This morning, authorities investigating the death of a Hollywood legend. Gene Hackman found dead Wednesday alongside his wife, classical pianist Betsy Arakawa, in their home in Santa Fe. Police say the couple, who married in 1991, were found with their dog after a neighbor called police to do a welfare check. Authorities say there is no immediate indication of foul play in the deaths, but they did not provide a cause of death or say when the couple might have died. The two-time Oscar winner always showing grit, intellect, and intensity on the screen. Hackman had the uncanny ability to vanish into any role.
The problem is...
From tough as nails good cop Popeye Doyle in The French Connection, which earned him his first Oscar, to Lex Luthor opposite Christopher Reeve in Superman.
Mind over muscle.
And after that, a remarkable run of iconic roles in dozens of films, winning over audiences with movies like Hoosiers and Crimson Tide.
Mr. Hunter, I've made a decision. I'm captain of this boat. You relieve your position.
And critics with a second Oscar win with Unforgiven.
He's got one barrel left.
He kept working even after heart surgery in 1990, turning to mostly comedic roles. It was against the law. Until his retirement in the early 2000s, Hackman and his wife moving to Santa Fe. He continued to work as a novelist, publishing his fifth book in 2013. Though the two were occasionally spotted together, Hackman largely preferred to stay out of the public eye in recent years, while audiences remember him through a remarkable on-screen career. Now police investigating the screen legend's death.
I mean, Steph, again, it's early, I know, and there's so many questions outstanding, but any idea how police move forward to try and figure out what happened?
Well, there are a few things. I mean, one is going to be the timing of their deaths. Yeah. They discovered the bodies in the afternoon, but it's not clear exactly when they died. And also, the local paper is reporting that so that will happen as well, guys.
All right.
Gene Hackman, definitely a long, legendary, lengthy career. I actually didn't know that he retired from the acting scene in 2004 and that he had moved on to writing books, a novelist. Tap in and let me know if you guys knew that, man. And a long life as well, 95 years old. But now, right before the Oscars, this shocking news. And I don't know, man, it's sounding, I don't want to say spooky. I don't know the right words, but something just doesn't feel right. They're saying no foul play, but suspicious, and suspicious is an understatement if you ask me. I mean, what would cause him, his wife, and the dog to all pass away in separate rooms in the home? Two other dogs found alive outside. You see what they're talking about. No gas leaks. All the pipes in the house, everything was in order, fine, nothing, no carbon monoxide. So what could it be? What could have happened? Totally different situation, but I don't know why when I was thinking about this, I was thinking about Chris Benoit as I was hearing all this play out. Obviously, total different situations as far as, you know, man, I don't even like speaking on that Benoit tragedy, but you understand in a sense what I mean, just the fact of him being found in his home, the wife, the dog, like just the family gone in the home. And I don't know what could have happened, man. It's like, to me, no two ways about it. When you add it up, it just is like something bad, I think, happened, man. Let me know your guys' theories. But and as well, how about his career, is your favorite movies? You know, one that they did not mention is they mentioned The French Connection, of course, Superman, Lex Luthor, Hoosiers. I don't know if they mentioned, but definitely a great film. Crimson Tide, everyone knows that movie, right? But Mississippi Burning was a really great film that he was in as well. I mean, the dude was in so much. It's crazy. And as I said, I was like unaware that he retired in 2004, and his last movie was Mooseport opposite Ray Romano. And not that there's anything wrong with Mooseport. I believe I watched it and it was like, I wasn't really feeling it like that, but it's just interesting, I guess, to say, for him to go out on that note with the stellar career, with all the big pictures that he was in, to be like, all right, Mooseport, this is when I call it quits in the acting game. But again, they were found in separate rooms. His wife, again, Hackman, 95 years old, wife, 64. She was found in a bathroom a space heater on the floor, prescription pills everywhere, and it's noted and reported that in the way in which that the space heater was, they're like theorizing that she could have fell, which knocked it over, and I guess dropped the pills as well. So it's like, what were they poisoned in some way or something? You know what I'm saying? Why would they just both be deceased like this at the same time? And the dog, I really don't know what to make of it. But again, any way you add it up, it just ain't good if you ask me. Let me know if you agree. Now, what caused them to come there too in the first place? You heard a welfare check. Maintenance man, I guess, found the door open. So I think they called it in. And something kind of interesting in a sense to me, I guess, when it comes to welfare checks, like warrants typically don't apply, like just something off the top of my head, something that's back in the news with the Netflix documentary that just dropped, R.I.P. Gabby Petito, Brian Laundrie, and the Dirty Laundry family. To tap in for those that followed that case, let me know if you watched the Netflix doc, if you thought it was good or not. After Brian Laundrie was home and the media had already picked up the story, and that you talk about this, any way you add it up, it's not looking good. It was the same way with that situation. Gabby was missing. Dirty Laundry, Brian Laundrie was back. The car was back. And when police were coming to the house after Brian Laundrie's family stopped answering, they're getting calls from the other parents. Nothing, not a text, no response. When police pull up, they're like, here's our card for an attorney. We've been advised not to say anything. You knew that it was bad. You knew, I guess, the worst case scenario was what it is and was. And in this situation, different circumstances. Again, as I mentioned, Gabby Petito, once again, R.I.P. to her. The Chris Benoit murder, suicide. Still can't believe that man KILLED his own child and wife. Fucking sick, man. I never could accept that. I mean, I have now at this point, but it just seemed so man, Benoit is pure evil like that, when everyone that worked with him was saying what a great guy he was, what a great presence in the locker room, just all around nice person. It's like, man, I guess people can just snap. Some people, that is, as I always say, I believe there's more good than evil in this world. If that wasn't the case, it would indeed be pure chaos. But I'm just saying, in all these instances, it's like you have just that, in my opinion. Again, share your thoughts, commentary on his career and all that. And if you're feeling me on this, just the vibes, it's like this just ain't feeling good. But back to what I was saying, when the Dirty Laundry family, someone called in a welfare check, because like I said, they were lawyering up and not answering the door. And when the police came for the welfare check, Brian Laundrie was gone. He was up out of there. And obviously, the way that story played out. But my point is when the math is telling you something, it's just not looking good. But in this instance, they're saying that they have to execute a search warrant, and I'm surprised, with it being that there was a welfare check and they were able to just enter the home freely because of that there has to even be a warrant. I mean, I wonder if they just mean that they just have to execute a search. I'd figure that would have been something that would have already been happened right then and there when they called it in, that there's two human beings and a dog as well. That just keeps blowing my mind too. Why would the dog be dead as well? I don't, it's just so peculiar and unsettling. But yeah, man, I guess they got to execute that search, the autopsies. I don't know why. Again, I'm not trying to be negative or nothing like that. And again, it's pretty wild with Grammys, or not Grammys, the Emmys. Is that the movie ones? Oscars, apologies, Oscars just around the corner for someone out of that world with such an epic, long-standing, just legendary career to be found deceased with their wife and dog in such a manner is crazy, you know. And we're just gonna have to wait on the update. So yeah, good movie. I don't know if I said it. Enemy of the State with Will Smith. Great movie. Will Smith was phenomenal in that movie, and Gene Hackman played the fluck out of that role. You know, he was the one putting them up on game. Get rid of all these devices, man. It's kind of wild looking back then to where we are now with surveillance and everything Snowden told us, right? That movie, Gene Hackman, was putting the whole world up on game many, many years before. But at the end of the day, you know, he was just playing a character that was written up in a script, and it's actual factual that the CIA has paid for movies as facts, you know. And even though movies are art, right, and not real, although sometimes they're based on true stories, and in many instances that is a very loose way to put it, right? Because it's loosely based on the truth. I so often think that a lot of movies are like a wink, wink, nod, nod at how some things really are, like just pointing out that movie. And we've seen that kind of put out there in other movies, similar ones. Tap in, join the discussion. Let me know any other movies similar in that way about Big Brother, the government, and dudes in suits out to find people being tracked. And, you know, you don't want to be an enemy of the state. That is something we have seen portrayed in film from time to time. And then, you know, what happened with Snowden. But I don't want to get too off track. Suspicious circumstances, no foul play, but something bad happened is what I'm thinking, man. You know, it's not what I want it to be, but I just, the circumstances are speaking to me very loudly. What do they say to you? And you know, stay tuned for the update. Subscribe. Look forward to talking to you guys. It's Coffee. Gene Hackman gone. Wife gone. 95 years old. Been out of Hollywood for what would that make it? 20 going on 21 years. That's crazy, man. Will this legend's name be tainted due to the circumstances of his and his wife's death? It feels like it could be that. Something definitely happened. I'm feeling like, again, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm just trying to keep it real. Was it from him? Was it from the wife? What happened? Peace and God bless. Have a good day, guys. I'm out of here. But yeah, suspicious is an understatement.